Hey everybody, it is December 18th, 2018, 4:20 p.m. Today I draw a bunch of shark fins, which I gotta tell you is not nearly as tedious as drawing all those swastikas on Stephen Miller's head. The bad thing about drawing all those swastikas, or an even worse thing, is that it was on like Stephen Miller's head, because I had to look at Stephen Miller while I did it. I do not recommend looking at Stephen Miller. So, I found this intriguing over the last couple of days about how many investigations are into Donald Trump right now. Not into him like a girl's into you or something like that. Oh my God, so into him. Well, these investigations are into Trump. They can't get over him. But it's just interesting that how many there are. And the thing is, they keep yelling witch hunt. His supporters think there's a deep state. But when there's 17 freaking investigations, there's something to it. There's so many investigations because Donald Trump is a crook. He's a horrible human being. He's a con man. He spent his entire professional career being a grifter. And he running for president exposed a lot of that. I mean, a lot of people already knew it. But it just got him in deeper. And the thing is, he's a greedy Gretchen, and nothing was going to stop him from trying to grab more and more freaking money throughout the campaign, throughout the presidency. I mean, this guy, he tried to make money running for president. He probably lost money, but he tried. I mean, he started charging the RNC like double or triple the rent at Trump Tower. He did the same thing to the Secret Service. He is just a very, very corrupt person. And now you have the inauguration committee and funding is being investigated, which we've known about for over a year. That shit was corrupt. There's like $45 million missing from it. Foreigners donated to it, which they're not supposed to. And a lot of the money went to Trump properties. Like everything around Donald Trump, you know. His charity was coordinated with the campaign. You wonder if, and I wonder this, if the money to pay off porn stars and playmates came from the charity or the campaign. They say that they didn't, but you know what happens when they say that something didn't. And really, Rudy Giuliani is saying, well, they've gone from he didn't do it, to, well, if he did it, it's not a crime, to, okay, he did it, but so what? Nobody died. And when Rudy Giuliani says nobody died, it makes me think that there's a body someplace. Because everything these fuckers do or say are lies. Everything. And you gotta ask Rudy Giuliani this when he was a prosecutor. Did he only prosecute murderers? I seriously doubt it. I would look it up, but then I'd have to look at Rudy Giuliani's face. And nobody wants to do that. Well, we don't have much time today. I better do some shout-outs. We got some new people to get some shout-outs to. I'm going to start with those. Janelle, if I don't say your last name correctly, please forgive me. Janelle Jakaya? I hope I said it right. Janelle said something about the art in the last cartoon. And she wrote that she would have lassoed and cloned about 3/4 of those swastikas. If you don't know what she's talking about, other than the swastika part, she's talking about in Photoshop where you can just lasso something and then just clone it, ding, 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 and then you would have done it. I'm not very good with Photoshop type stuff. I used to color my cartoons in Photoshop. When I stopped, I kind of forgot everything. But I don't really do that. I don't really copy stuff and keep moving unless I really think it's important for me to get it exactly the same. Like if I'm doing a double panel thing. And I usually don't even do it then. But because copying and pasting is one thing I have not forgotten. And I can do it in Corel too, but I haven't really figured it out. And I don't want to really. I want to do everything like I'm on a sheet of paper. So even though I'm using this program that has paint in it, I still want to do it like I'm old school doing it on a sheet of paper, and it's not really my style to cut and paste and copy. Not because that's a better way to do it, it's just not my style. So there we go. But I really liked the art comment. It wasn't a question, it was the art comment and stuff like that. So I really appreciate it, Janelle. Most of these knuckleheads are always talking about, ancestry and stuff like that. Or their dating or whatever. I'm kidding, you guys know I love you. Jim Bob came in here, he's a new guy. And he wrote all day drawing swastikas on his forehead. Ha ha ha. Well, Jim Bob, it wasn't all day. Felt like it though. It was an hour and 14 minutes. And maybe a few seconds. Okay, an hour and 14 minutes per near. Alright. So, anyway, Jim Bob, Janelle, welcome. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Welcome to the madness. I hope you guys come back and leave comments. Love it. Robert Coutinho wrote that Donald Trump wants to wall for one reason. He wants history to call it Trump's wall. I agree with you. I think at first it was like, let's see if I can sell this bullshit to these people. I've been watching Fox News and they're all crazy. Let's see if the rest of the country's just crazy. And yeah, they are. And I really think that he is looking forward to that legacy. And I agree with you, Robert Coutinho. Let's not give it to him. Robert was not super duper in love with the last cartoon. Lately, he hasn't been liking a lot of my cartoons, but he's been very nice about it. So it's not like he's been a jerk about it. Like, you suck, oh god, you suck, you suck, you suckers, you suck. No, he's just a few. And that's okay. People are allowed to come in here and say they don't like something. I'm not gonna rip your head off, Robert Coutinho. You. Alright. But that's okay. I can't expect everybody to look at a bunch of swastikas and fall in love with it. I don't blame you, really. And somebody said when they first saw the cartoon that they thought there was a bikini on his head. I've had more than one person type that, right, at somewhere. I think my friend Erin, who's commented here before, said that. And she was not the first. Ariel said, talked about how one day, quoting me, America immortalized the United States to tear their wall down. And she just says, the best comment, because those people say walls are great for security. It says China, the nonsense. I don't know if China's wall actually worked. I haven't done a whole lot of historic reading on the history of that one. But Errol says it worked only because it was before the technology before there was hardware stores selling 30-foot ladders. But I still don't know. Gotta go back and look on all that. Oh shoot, we're about done. Yeah, we are done. And Errol talked more about the swastikas and how she hates seeing them. But she didn't hate me for it. Thank you, Ariel. Alright, guys. Thank you for coming in. Please subscribe to the channel. You do that by clicking the red button. I would have talked more about the art and the sharks and stuff because I just love sharks. Don't want to meet one, but I love them. I like seeing them to glass aquariums, so that's awesome. I should have talked more about sharks. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment, and you'll get your very own shout out. I see you guys.